Today what we're going to be speaking about is one of the things that I know most of us are afflicted by. And I say most of us because sometimes even myself, I have to catch myself and pull myself back so that I don't feel this sense of depression and defeat. How many of you guys have ever felt that feeling of depression and defeat? Most of us have this experience, and it's not just because, hey, this is just how life is. No, it's because of one single culprit. I remember when I was living in Trinidad when I was younger, and I was going to go to live with my father. I think I was like 14 years old. My father had just came out of jail. I was going to get sent to America to go live with him. And before I got sent over there, my mom told me like, hey, there's a few things that I need you to abide by, because if you don't, then you're going to have a really bad life. The first thing was, don't ever feel sorry for yourself. Like, life happens, things happen. You may not have the greatest outcome that you desire. But don't ever feel bad for yourself. The second thing is don't carry regrets. See, regrets is like a poison. It's like a cancerous sore. And if you do not cut that out of your life, you're going to start seeing a lot of the things, a lot of the patterns, a lot of the way of operations. You just find yourself in a state of just constantly feeling defeated. See, regret stems from you thinking and contemplating on past mistakes and things that you could have potentially have done better, or things that you could have potentially have done. I listened to this song by Bruno Mars. I should have bought you flowers. I should have held your hands. Should have gave you all my hours when I had the chance, right? So all these things programming you to think about all the things that you regret. But where's regret stemming from? Focusing on the past. Now, if you're focusing strictly on the past, then what happens? You don't have any way to be focused on the present or the future. See, things happen. We can't control them. Our best chance at having the successful life that we all desire, every one of us, is to be able to let go of that stuff. Let it go. Move forward. Move past it. And it's not going to be easy. See, letting go of our past is a skill. It's a muscle. And you have to be able to flex it occasionally, every single day. We all make mistakes. We're human. We're not perfect. None of us are perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Your parents ain't perfect. My parents ain't perfect. We all make mistakes. But if we keep living inside of our mistakes, we will then tend to repeat our mistakes. If we keep repeating our mistakes, what happens? Now we're in more regret. So our best chance at having the lifestyle that we desire is to forget those things. Forget they happened already. We cannot change it. It happened. How can we move forward? How can we move forward and operate as if these things didn't happen? One of my biggest ways, or the biggest thing that has helped me overcome a lot of the things that has happened to me in the past, which overrode the regret, is this. My grandma has told me once, God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. Now, some of you guys may not believe in God, whatever religion you guys are in. But I want you guys to think of it like this. The issues that you guys are all going through, guess what? You can handle them. And if you couldn't handle them, guess what? You would not be in them. Life is about testing your determination, your willpower, your ability to break through and be bigger, better, faster, stronger. That's what life is about. Life's not about misery and sadness. I mean, think about it. Women, they go through all this immense pain and suffering and hardships for 9 entire months. They get to the end, they're just like, and they dig deep, deeper than they've ever dug before. They birth a child. And after birthing their child, they realize how much all that pain, all that suffering was worth it. So I want you guys to have that concept, that understanding. Yeah, we may not be birthing kids, right? Our pain, our suffering, and our situations may not be birthing kids. We may have had a horrible divorce. That's not birthing a child. But that horrible divorce that we probably just had is probably prepping us for our dream desired relationship or marriage. That horrible experience that we've had with affiliate marketing or making money or whatever the case is, that horrible experience could do what? Be prepping you for the amazing experience that you will have. But if you let the past pain, the past suffering, the past anxieties, if you let that stop you from moving forward, what happens? If you make all that past pain, suffering, anxiety stop you from moving forward, then you never get to see the other side, which then, by the way, will offer you more regret. See, regret is like a constant thing. It's constantly happening around us. There's so many different things that can happen. Options, this thing, that thing. There's so many different problems that could be colluded together and create our regret. And there could possibly be just one direction, one way where we won't regret these things. But what if I were to tell you that whether you win or you lose, there's nothing to regret? Whether you succeed or you don't succeed, there's nothing to regret. There's only one way, one thing that should be regretted. And I'll speak to you guys about that in a second. So check it out. If I win, if I get my desired outcome, obviously we're not going to regret that, because that's what we want. That's what we love. We're here to win. We're here to conquer. We're here to be great. Absolutely. That's not the issue. But check it out. What happens when we lose? We start moping. We're sad. We're hunched over. Our energy is down. We feel defeated. We feel anxiety. We feel depressed. We feel sorry. But what if I told you that that loss could be a setup for success? No matter what happens, do not allow yourself to feel self-pity. And that's where I feel a lot of us, not me anymore, but a lot of the people in this group, we feel self-pity for ourselves. We feel bad. We feel anxiety. Things may not be working our way and we just get defeated and beat down and let down. Don't allow that to happen. And then the second is don't live life with regrets. So I sat down and I thought about it. So then I started picking up my pieces together. And I'm like, okay, great. I'm not going to live life with regrets. I'm not going to feel sorry for myself and let myself beat myself up. Listen, I suck right now. And that is the reason why I wasn't chosen to be on the stage. Because I suck. But you know how I can suck less? By practicing, honing my craft, and working diligently every day. That's what I chose to do. Fast forward, I had the opportunity to make a presentation in front of Russell. Now, because I was so practiced and I honed in on my skills and I knew exactly what I was talking about, I learned how to sell better. I learned how to pitch better. I learned how to present what I do a lot better than I did previously. I showed up to the presentation, whipped up a presentation in a matter of 3 to 4 or 5 days. Probably less. Pretty sure it was less. Whipped up a presentation, presented it in front of Russell and the entire group at Atlas, entrepreneurs that are making 10 million, 50 million, $100 million a year. In fact, one of my best friends in that group makes $30 million a month. $30 million a month. You know what I'll do with $30 million a month? Because I ain't making $30 million a month as yet, but it will happen. And in my presentation, everything that could potentially go wrong, as far as technology, went wrong. But I was on point, and I still made it happen regardless of what was going on. Because I knew that this was my shot. And no matter what, I'm going to be proud of the outcome because I'm going to give it my all. After I made that decision, guys, I put everything on the table. Everything on the table. I'm watching Russell taking notes. I'm watching Bill taking notes. Eileen taking notes. I'm like, everyone's going crazy, asking me all kinds of questions. Like, I went so hard in my presentation that I didn't even have a question for myself to ask the group. I finished my presentation. I went straight to Eileen. Eileen, what can I change in my presentation? What is it that I can change to do better inside of my presentation? She told me, you did great, but you could have increased your energy. Kept that with me. I'm now never going to do anything with low energy, especially a presentation. I asked Russell, what could I have done better? It was perfect. Cool, bro. I know next time I'm going to show up with high energy. I got back to the hotel, hung out for like 2 seconds. I got a text. Hey, Junior, you want to be able to speak at the next Funnel Hacking Live? And I'm like, is this real? And the only reason I sat down and I was like, holy shit, it's real, is because they then sent me a picture of myself hosting Funnel Hacking Live. I'm like, not only that, the guy that reached out to me, he's the one in charge of all that stuff. So I'm like freaking out. Hasn't even been 12 hours after my presentation. Freaking out, like, is this real? Is this happening? I swear to you guys, it took me like 2 to 3 hours to even respond back to him because I was just like, is this real? So if you allow yourself to not live life based off of your past, you can create a powerful future for yourself. A powerful, exceptional future for yourself. But if you use regret as an anchor, you'll always be stuck in that version, that incapable version of yourself. So this year, as you guys already know, I was able to go speak and host a roundtable during Funnel Hacking Live. So what is my point? What is my purpose of saying all these things? I lost that opportunity. I wasn't good enough, right? We always talk about when we win, we feel great and amazing. But what we never look at is the losses are then sometimes used to set us up for our success. But you have to be able to finesse it. You have to be able to move accordingly to have the things that you guys desire instead of just giving up and quitting because things are hard, because things didn't go your way. You look at any boxer, any athlete, they've lost and they've used those losses to help fuel their fire. So what I'm preaching to every one of you guys today is to use the same exact losses that you may have experienced and use that to fuel your fire. I'm going to leave you guys with this one tip, this one technique that I use to instantly eradicate regret. Now, this is something you have to practice. How do you feel knowing that you overslept and you missed a very important meeting? How many of you guys ever been in that situation? Like, you know that there's something urgent that needs to be done, but you're freaking exhausted. The first thing that I do, step one, why is that thing important? I'm afraid to get started in affiliate marketing. Why is it important? Well, it's important because I can finally quit my job and create the life that I want. I see all these other people having success. I can be one of those people. Why is it important? Why is it important for you to do that thing now? Step two, consequences. What are my consequences if I do not make this thing work? What is the consequences if I stay inside of my bed and I do not get up and do that thing that I'm supposed to do? What is the consequence if I keep arguing with my spouse and I don't forgive my spouse or let that thing go? What are the consequences? And the third thing, 1, 2, 3, go. And then I'm up. 1, 2, 3, go. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta move. If you see that your benefits far outweigh your current benefits of staying in bed, or if you see your benefits of staying in fear or obscurity, then what are you doing? 1, 2, 3, go. Move. If the consequences to you are unbearable, 1, 2, 3, move. Go. And that is my secret. That is how I'm able to avoid regret. Because I catch my regrets before they happen.